trying to do.
We're trying to save the family farm and organic farming.
And regular dairy farms.
That's
that
what I
also
said.
Family farm defenders are part of it. Right now, I think organic's going for a penny under
per acre. And from a technical standpoint, we refer to that as a joke. The USDA has let them get away with it. We need Secretary Vilsack to recognize that this is a joke, but it ain't very funny when people are losing their livelihood.
Right up.
So, I'll quote Mark Twain for a second. He once said, loyalty to the country always. Loyalty to the government when it deserves it. Now we've got some new folks in Washington, and they've talked about change. And they have honestly appointed some wonderful people at the USDA. We need them to step up. This is not an option. Okay, I wish I could say that farmers on food stamps is not an oxymoron, but it's true, folks. They would qualify, except some farmers can't get food stamps because their income last year was too high. And I'm not just talking about our conventional neighbors. I'm talking about organic folks. There are many people who are making the choice between feeding their families and feeding their cows. These are the people who, you name me one occupation in this society that is more fundamentally important to life itself than the farmers who produce our food. And the fact that they are being treated so disrespectfully. How do we measure respect in this capitalistic structure? We measure it by the paycheck. How many CEOs are making tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars? We have farmers who just want to make an honest wage. Okay, I'm asking everyone here to stand with their neighbors, to stand with their conventional neighbors, their organic neighbors. Let me tell you how this is going to work today, because I'm going to get off and I'm just going to play referee. I've got a few folks that have co-sponsored and are people I really respect. I want them to come up here and say 2 or 3 minutes worth of their most powerful thoughts. And then the stars of this rally, and we're not calling it a protest, this is a demonstration. Our aim is to demonstrate to the USDA officials and President Obama that we want the people represented, the consumers and the farmers represented in this marketplace, not just the rich fat cats. So the folks that we're going to really want to hear from are the producers. And we've got enough here, so if you can limit your statement to about a minute, we want everybody to have a chance to have a say. We will stay here after the rally if we run out of time. We are videotaping the entire proceeds. Proceeds, is that right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Proceedings, thank you. We are videotaping, we can edit that, thank you. Edit that. We are videotaping the entire proceedings. We will give a copy of the entire proceedings to Senator Vilsack and his staff, and the governor, and the White House. We hope that they will listen directly to the farmers. Senator Vilsack was invited to be here today. We still hope that he'll appear. He's expected at noon out front, but politicians aren't always on time. So, without further ado, the first speaker I'd like to ask up here is John Kinsman. John, I know you're here. John? John is one of our rural elder statesmen and president of Family Farm Defenders, and a co-sponsor and somebody who I consider a hero and mentor. John, you got 2 or 3 minutes. Don't talk to the media, so talk to you when you're done. You'll hear one bell when you're getting close to being done.
How can I say 2 hours worth of stuff in 2 minutes? Anyway,
we'll have time to come back through the same group if none of the people are brave as John to speak.
we're very excited to see everybody here. But first of all, the Obama administration promised to be open and to listen to us. They are not listening to us. From what I understand, they're meeting with the industry people who got us into this mess and who are making record profits. For instance, Dean Food, the biggest of all, made I think the record profit this last quarter. The other thing is the openness that we expected with this administration is not happening. And we want that. And we want Vilsack to do what he said he would do, listen to people, and not to those who are causing the problem. We are the people that are doing the work and are making the economy what it should be, but it cannot recover if the food producers are oppressed. We are being discriminated against, especially as small family farmers. As Mark said, the industry, the huge people that are breaking the laws are getting the benefits while we're being put under and put out of business. The thing that I learned long ago from Europeans and others who've had dairy farmers and farmers, family farmers for many, many centuries, said that any time and put under family farmers, in other words, bankrupt them, the entire economy will eventually collapse. And it will take generations to recover. And I hope that we can get this across to the Secretary and to other people what they've done to us and are doing to us, and expecting us to listen to Band-Aids on a broken leg, such as CWT and MILC, that it's going to save us. They don't get it. They don't get it at all. But we need to stand together and demand and get this information, not only to Vilsack, but to our urban counterparts who are not aware of what's happening to us, because the prices in the grocery store are still saying the same. Thank you.
Okay, Steve Pahacek, dairy producer for most of his life, come on up here. And on deck is Pete Harden.